If you are looking for a faction that suits you in a gameplay style and visual look for your minis, then this video is for you. We will take a look at each faction, their playstyle, minis, and you will find out what do you like them. It's Pendragon, your companion and guide for playing your favorite game. Let's begin. Firstly, you should decide what is your goal and what do you like them. Competitive gameplay, painting aspect of the hobby, general look of your army, narrative, lore aspects of the hobby. And after that you may pick your faction. We are having different alliances such as Order, Chaos, Death and Destruction. And in each alliance you may find a faction that suits you the most. When I started playing, I checked on a gameplay that I like the most and visual look. Stormcast Eternals are defenders of people, reforged on the anvil of apotheosis, to spread the order to the realms. They are immortal, but each time they are dying, they are losing part of their personality. If they lose too much, they are becoming something like Vendus Heldenhammer. It's the iconic hero that now was sent to the Ruination Chamber. You may find it in the Dawnbringer book with Abrexia. On the battlefield, Stormcast Eternals are using dragons, griffons, archers, wield big hammers, other stuff. Usually you may play with dragons, roster, or you may create a mix of units and heroes with synergy. They are not so beginner friendly, but they are cool. Fire Slayers, Duadan folk that tries to resurrect their berserker god by gathering enough amount of Urgold in which they may find the Grimnir's spirit. Their priesthood and blacksmith are creating runes that are attached to the bodies of the Duarden, and in combat they resolve their powers to free Grimnir's spirit. On the battlefield, their only weakness is their movement, and their general mechanic is about using different rune each turn that suits for a certain situation on the table. You may play with a lot of magma droths. You may create a lot of berserkers, elite berserkers units. You may also use your heroes for buffs, and don't forget that we are having Gotrek. It's a very unique character. Caradron Overlords. These are the Duarden folk that are gathering ether gold in the skies, looking for profit, new contracts. They are united by the code from which they do most of their stuff. They are flying on great ships and trying to defend their home or assaulting enemy settlements. On the table, it's a shooting army with tricky combos, heroes with access to one-time use artifacts to deliver a killing blow. Basically, you will use the frigates and shooting units for that. So if you like shooting, then this army is for you. Illuminate Realm Lords. These are the elves that were created by Teclis, the god of magic. They are arrogant, but they are knowing a lot about the culture, magic, war, and they are trying to enlighten others. In the realm of light, Hish, they built their own domain, and after cataclysm that caused because of their usage of magic and Hish Realmstone, they were guided by Teclis to transform their culture to become a better folk. Also, the spirits of Hish also fighting by their side. On the table, it's a typical castle army, strong position, a lot of options from magic and synergy. We are having Teclis, a lot of mages, fast cavalry units, shooting units. Also, we are having our bulky Avaler. Cities of Sigmar. These are the men and women that live in the realms worshipping Sigmar. They are trying to make Dawnbringer crusades to bring order to the realms and defend their homes. On the table, it's an army with the synergy from units and orders mechanic. Their orders mechanic gives buffs to your units and increases movements range of the units and all other stuff. So if you like complex gameplay, then this army is for you. Sylvanet, the forces of living forest spirits and creatures that are defending the realm. Elariel created them because he mourned about the creatures from the world that was, They are trying to spread life, protect their forests. On the table, you will find different kind of units. Tree Lords, Sprites, also we are having Dricha, Durthu, Belthanos, and our Queen of course. Gameplay is kinda complex with hit and run tactics, magic, and shooting. Idon and Deepkin. These are the firstborn elves that were taken from a Slanesh by Teclis. Earlier they worshipped Matlan, elven god of sea, and after birth they ran away from their creator to hide and live in the sea. They are fighting for order, but their curse is that they live too fast and most of them don't have a decent soul after birth, so they raid settlements to steal souls from others and increase their own population. On the table, it is played as combination of monsters and other units. You may use spam of sharks or Ishland Guard. Your mechanic for the faction is tides, so each round you're having bonus for a certain action. Daughters of Cain. These are the elves of Ulgu realm that are worshipping Cain, the bloody-handed god of war. Their queen Marathi became a god by sucking souls from Slanesh when she was inside her. The main secret she kept from their followers is that Cain is already dead. He had died long ago, and she is using his heart as last piece of him to gain powers for herself. On the table you may play with different kind of units. Actually, these are naked female red-headed babes, and also we are having Altar, we are having Meluzai, we are having Avatar of Cain, all of that stuff. So if you like this faction, you should remember that your main mechanic, each round you're gaining certain bonus, and these bonuses are cumulative, so you may concentrate your attacking potential for a certain round. Seraphons are the defenders of the realm. It's the combination of different races such as skinks, slans, also we are having Croxigors and other factions. They are trying to defend the realms, destroy the chaos, and actually they are trying to recreate the plan of the elders. On the table it's a mix of very good magic and different kind of monsters and units. Each unit is specified for a certain situation, so you may use, for an example, your Realm Shaper engine as a faction terrain, different combination of Croxigors and all of that stuff. Slaves to Darkness is the Chaos Undivided army, marching forward, spreading Archeon's will and killing all in their way. They worship dark gods of chaos, wearing bulk armor. They are killing, raiding, pillaging, and try to get demonhood in the process. On the table, it's a mix of Chaos Warriors, Cavalry, Varan God. Also, our units are having marks of Chaos, so that actually gives them more flexibility. And you may use Archeon, it's a Grand Marshal of Chaos, which is a killing machine. Also, your sorcerers cast powerful spells, and we are having bonuses when we are using certain regiment. And now we are having even our own faction terrain and Abraxia, and actually it's a very cool model. So basically, if you like chaos, then this faction is for you. Blades of Khorne. These are the barbarian tribes, butchers, cannibals that are showing their devotion to the Khorne. It's a god of blood, war and fight. They are merciless and don't care who dies in the process, because all schools belong to our god in the end. On the table it's a mix of bloodthirsters, cavalry. You may use Korgo's Cool and deny magic with your priests, because our god doesn't like magic. And basically it's disciples of Tzeentch. These are the worshippers of the bird god, aspect of ambitions and changes. They are trying to do their part in the great plan of Tzeentch. With magics, plots and other stuff, they are changing fates of people and trying to spread chaos across the realms. On the table it's a combination of magics, monsters, we are having Kairos, we are having our pink horrors, blue horrors and other stuff. Also we are having very good magic and tricks. Hedonists of Slaanesh is the faction that shows their devotion to the Dark Prince. These warriors are worshipping her, and they are worshipping all excesses, creating cults across the realms, summoning demonettes, and try to corrupt anything that you like. On the table it's a mix of demons, greater demons, and actually you're having a lot of bonuses where you are in the combat or you are being hit. Also we are having Sigvald and other cool demons, and of course we are having our own system of dices connected to the faction, so each time your opponent try to use these dices, you may inflict to him mortal wounds. Maggotkin of Nurgle is an army of chaos that spreads disease across the realms, desecrating all life. Nurgle is a kind god, but his kindness and gift of immortality is kinda special. So actually on the table Nurgle is a very slow but tough army with access to powerful magics and monsters. You may try Glutkin, maybe you will try Unclean One, you may use your Nurglings, you're having Blight Knights, Flies, and actually all units in this army are working correctly. Skaven. These rats are actually the vermintide that spreads across the realms, destroying anything in their way. They are spreading across the mortal realms through holes in reality, and they are having very advanced and unstable weaponry. And also each Skaven clan shows his specialization in different kind of things. So we have Scryer is the engineering clan, we are having Pestilence, it's a clan that trying to spread the diseases. We are having Ashen clan of silent murderers and assassins, and also we are having our Molder clan, and their specialization is monsters. On the table it's a horde army with cool vermin lords, warp cannons, catapults, all other stuff. Actually your playstyle depends on the clan that you are choosing. Dark Oath is the combination of different kind of tribes. They are also serving chaos, but their stylistic is more about Nordic tribes, Vikings, all of that stuff. On the table we are playing as a mix of marauders, marauder cavalry, we are having very interesting monsters, and we've just received a very cool box containing these models. So if you like the Norska stylistic, or if you're like Vikings, so this is your faction. Flesh Eater Courts. The people that are cursed with delusion of Ushoran, wargheists, ghouls and other monsters, they are thinking of themselves as knights in shiny armor, doing heroic deeds and creating banquets, but in reality they're cannibalistic horde that kills anything in their way. On the table it's a horde mode army with a lot of ghouls, wargheists, zombie dragons. You may play with monsters. So basically you're just choosing what you are trying to do on the table. And if you like vampiric stylistics, then this army is for you. Soulblight Gravelords. It's the combination of zombies, skeletons and vampires. They are also serving Nagash. They don't like him, but they serve him. Actually, we are having all canonical units from Warhammer Old World. So we have the Manfred, Neferata, we have the Archon, and of course we are having Nagash. So on the table is the combination of very good monsters units, the mechanic to heal yourself by dealing damage, Ossiarch Bone Reapers. These are the constructs made by Nagash to spread his vision and create Death Universe, killing Sigmar and others in the process. So actually they're relentless, unforgiving. They are trying to collect bones from nations as their bone tithe, and they're constructing their castles and army with the bones. On the table it's a castle typical army with cavalry, catapults and bone-like stylistics. Also we are having our Catacross and Commons mechanic that gains bonuses to our units. Mostly it's working as an aura, so that's a very interesting mechanic. Iron Jaws. The Orcs of Gur that are fighting for Gokamoka. It's a two-headed god of all greenskins, and actually Iron Jaws is a brute force that smash any settlements foolish enough to stand in their way. They create armor by punching the metal. Their Vag destroys anything that looks like a civilization. And on the table it's an army of brute force. We are having our Gordrak, different kind of piggies. We are having our maniacs with Morgensterns and other weaponry on chains. Also we are having our own Vag mechanic and shamans to teleport and deliver damage if you're lucky enough. Actually you just need to charge and kill things. Cruel Boys. Orcs that are living in the swamps, worshipping Mork, the second aspect of Gokamoka. They are loaded with poisoned weaponry, dirty tricks, and they are trying to kill nations in the realms and dominate and spread destruction. On the table it's an army with interesting monsters, a lot of poisoned weaponry, and we are also getting bonuses for our units from our shaman. So if you like mortal damage, poison weaponry and dirty tricks, then this army is for you. Ogor Mo tribes. Ogres that are cursed by Everwinter. They like good fight and feast. They're butchers, it's actually the priesthood of Ogors. Teleport army to the place where they should be. They are using the ritual of Mo, while Beastclaw Raiders just run away from Everwinter, killing everything in the way in the process. On the table it's a fast charging army. We are having Kragnos, good monsters and enough damage. The only problem is to roll a good hit roll and having a charge. Gloomspite Kids. The goblins and troggods that are living in the darkest dungeons, striking from the shadow when the bad moon rises. They are sneaky and strike from the back with tongues of squigs. Actually it's meatballs looking like frogs with a lot of teeth. On the table it may be played from Troggoth monsters units, or you may play as a horde army of squigs or gobos or cavalry if you want to. Also if you like the stylistic of squigs, gobos and all of that stuff, then this army is for you. If you like this video and want to see more specific data about your favorite faction, key units, all of that stuff, just click on the like button and subscribe please, because it's most important motivation for me to create more videos. Also share this video with your friends. See you soon!